Well, good morning. Today is Thursday, December 24th, Christmas Eve. It's official. Tomorrow is Christmas. But we have some birthdays today. Today is Mary Jane Higgins' birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mary Jane. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. It's also Bonnie Branton, B-R-A-T-T-O-N, Branton. Bonnie gets a song. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Bonnie. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. And it's also Diana Antu and Patrick's 28th anniversary. Diana Antu was one of the first 10 subscribers I've ever had on my channel. She's been with me a long time. But so Diana and Patrick get a song today. Happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary. Happy, 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 happy anniversary. Happy, 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 happy anniversary. 28 years. Very good. Hope you have a great day. Danny is going to stop by to do our Christmas gift exchange. So Christy and Sophia came by the other day, and Christy gave me... Sorry about that. I got interrupted with a phone call. I like to film on my phone. It's just easier because it's always with me. I don't have to worry about a camera. I do have a camera. I told you the camera story. So I do have a camera. But anyway, Christy stopped by the other day, and I gave Sophia her gifts and Christy her gifts. They're going to open them on Christmas Day. We're going to do it FaceTime. But I opened my gifts from Christy already because I was anxious, and she wanted me to open them in front of her. But she had got me a tray, a wooden tray, that from the Chip and Joanna Gaines collection. I eat a lot of my meals back here. It's just easier to sit in front of the TV. I know you shouldn't sit in front of the TV and eat, but that's what I do. But I had to make a couple trips back and forth, and so this way I can just put everything on the one tray and carry it back here. And then she also got me a book, The Last Days of John Lennon by James Patterson. And then she got me this really cute teacup and saucer. It's a hummingbird, and it's like the teapot sits on top, and you put the little steam, like you can put the little tea leaves or a tea bag inside the thing, and it steams, and then you have the little pot, and it fits all into the one little, it's so cute. The first time I use it, I'll show you. I always like when I open my gifts, I keep them under the tree till I take my tree down, and I don't use any of my gifts until then. And then Danny's going to come by this morning, and I'm going to give him the boys' gifts, and then I'll open my gift from him. And then Jimmy's going to stop by tonight on his way to his father-in-law's house because his father-in-law doesn't live that far from me. So we'll exchange our gifts that way. And then Saturday, which is my sister Sue's birthday. My sister Sue's already passed. But we're going to go to Mary's house, and we're going to get a pizza. We're going to sit outside. She's got a really big backyard. She's got a fire pit in her backyard. So we're going to put our masks on, and we're going to sit socially distant outside and sit by the campfire, maybe do some marshmallows and stuff like that. And then we're going to exchange our gifts between each other. And then that night, Bertie's coming over, and we're going to have a fire in our backyard. And we'll just sit outside and exchange gifts by the fire outside. So hopefully this is the last Christmas for this. It's just a different kind of Christmas, I know. But, you know, as long as you believe in your heart it's Christmas, that's all that really matters. And really, it's really about Jesus' birthday. So, but he came to save the world. And so that's what the really true meaning of Christmas is. And like I said, I like to give gifts rather than get gifts, although I'm always going to take a gift. Don't get me wrong, I'll take a gift. But it's just a different kind of year. It just really is. I think in the future it's going to make it all that much more special for us because we're going to really truly hold in our hearts the true meaning of Christmas that starts off with it being the birth of Jesus, but then it also starts being close with your family and appreciating everything you have in life. And I think sometimes we don't really realize that we do it, but I think a lot of things in life we've taken for granted. I've taken it for granted that, you know, I'm just going to go out to eat. No, you know, you can't take that for granted anymore. Or like when something comes up, oh, that's going to be at the show. Oh, you know, I don't go to the show. Going to church. I mean, this is going to be the first Christmas, and I couldn't tell you the last time that I'm not actually physically going in a church. But like I said, it's a year of first and lasts. Let's hope, because that's what it's going to be for me, I hope. But anyway, I'm going to share my final story for the Christmas season. Not to say that I'm never going to share a story again, because let's face it, I share stories all the time. But this was my Vlogmas. I was going to tell a story every day. So the story I'm going to tell is about Santa Claus and Danny. But anyway, we have our traditions that we've had for years and years. Like I said, I always start off the Saturday before Christmas. I have my friends over. We have there's 4 couples that we go out to. Another thing we took for granted, we went out every month out to dinner. But I always do the Christmas dinner, and it's like we start off with the soup, the appetizer, and then we go to the soup, and then we go to the salad, then we go to the main course, and then we go to the thing. We sit around the table for like hours, and it's just a really nice. We have all the Christmas lights and the candles lit on the table. It's just a beautiful. That starts it off, and then. But that was just been recent. But we've always had we've had the Christmas Eve traditions, and the making the fudge, going out to breakfast on Christmas Eve morning, and getting together and everything. So we had done our tradition of going and finding the Christmas tree, which was like a production. And everybody has a say on which tree we're going to get, and everybody picks out a tree, and then we vote on the tree, and then we bring it home, and then Jingles comes at night and decorates it. We go to McDonald's. It's the whole bit. So the one night, it was Christmas Eve, and we had gone to Jim's mother's house, or mother and father's house, because that's what we always did on Christmas Eve, and we celebrated there. And then we came home, and we were getting out the cannolis and milk. We didn't leave Santa just Christmas cookies. No, we left them cannolis. So the kids went in the refrigerator and got the cannolis out, and they poured the glass of milk, and they put it on the special Santa plate with the Santa glass. And then we left out carrots and potatoes for the reindeer, because they get hungry too. That's a long night for them. So we put a couple carrots, and we peel a potato and slice it up and put it on the plate, and then they would go to bed. And so this particular year, Jimmy didn't want to have anything to do with it. No, there's no such thing as Santa. There's no such thing as Santa. And then Christy was too little to realize what Jimmy was saying, but Danny was old enough that he was kind of questioning it. And he was like, I think there is a Santa. And Jimmy kept saying, there's no Santa, there's no Santa. Well, Danny was getting all upset, and he was crying because he was overtired, and it was like a long day, a long night. And so I told Jimmy, I said, just stop it. There is a Santa Claus. And he says, no, there's not a Santa Claus. Santa Claus is you guys. You guys bring us all of our gifts. You wrap them up and you put them under the tree. And then we come on in the morning and we go, surprise! And they're all the presents. And then Danny and Christy are saying, no, there really is a Santa Claus. And I said, there is a Santa Claus. So they slept upstairs. So they're going up the stairs to go to their bedroom. And Danny was just so upset because he was so afraid that there wasn't going to be a Santa Claus in the morning. That the cookies, the cannoli was still going to be there, and Jimmy, as he's going up the stairs, he said, "Don't even worry about it. Dad's going to eat the cannoli. Mom's going to throw the potatoes away and pretend like the reindeers ate it. You're going to look in the refrigerator tomorrow. You're going to see the carrots in there. Don't worry. You're going to trust me. There's presents." And so then Danny was so upset. He wouldn't go to sleep, and so then I went up there to kind of tuck him in and read him a story, and so. I said, well, you all excited about Santa coming? And Danny says, well, Jimmy says that you're Santa. And I go, I'm not Santa. Do you think I could afford to buy all of those gifts? That's too many gifts. And so then Jimmy kept saying, well, you might as well tell him. I've already told him. Everybody knows that you're Santa Claus. And I looked at Danny and I said, Santa only comes to those who believe. And if you truly, truly believe in Santa, when you come down in the morning, there's going to be presents for you. And so Danny says, are you sure? And I go, Santa only comes to those who believe. And so he says, well, okay. So then as I'm going down the stairs, I can hear Jimmy saying, you watch and see, tomorrow morning, Santa's going to come. But guess what? I'm still going to get presents, and I don't believe in Santa, and I'm still going to get some gifts. So Danny says, well, okay, that sounds like a good idea. So we'll see what happens. And so in the morning when they come running down the stairs, and they're all excited, and we have the lights on, and like it's all looking very Christmassy. And they run down, and we never put presents like in piles. I hated that when I was a kid, that this was your pile and this was your pile. We put everything under the tree, and then you had to look under the tree for your name tag to see what your name, like your name was on it. And so Christy couldn't read at that point, but Danny and Jimmy could read. And so then Danny pulls out, oh, this is mine, and oh, this is yours, Christy, and oh, Mom, this is yours. And he's handing out the presents and that, and Jimmy's just sitting there, and he's not getting any presents. And he, so then they got all the presents all divided up, they put them all in front of them, and there was no presents left under the tree. And then Danny just kind of happened to look up, and he saw that Jim had a pile of gifts, and Christy had a pile of gifts, and I had a pile of gifts, and Danny had a pile of gifts, and Jimmy was just sitting there with nothing. He didn't even have anything in his stocking. And I didn't put fruit in the stocking because I hated getting fruit in my stocking. And they had actual Christmas stockings. We had the socks that you wore. You took a pair out of the drawer. And you had a banana, an apple, and a orange. That was your stocking treat. But I always put like little toys and candies and stuff like that in their stockings. And so I don't anymore. When they got older, I stopped putting stuff in their stockings. And so it was like they had a stocking on top of their pile, but they didn't have anything in it. But when they were really little, there was always something in it. But Danny kind of looked around, and he looked, and he didn't see that Jimmy didn't have anything. And so Jimmy was just sitting there. And so then Christy said, can we start opening our gifts? And I go, yeah, you can start opening your gifts. So we started opening up our gifts. And Danny kept like looking at Jimmy, and he said, how come Jimmy didn't get any gifts? And I said, well, Santa only comes to those who believe. And then Danny goes, oh my gosh, I'm so glad I believe. And he's open, he says, I'm so glad I believe. And he was getting all of his, and Jimmy started crying. He said, this isn't fair. And I go, Santa only comes to those who believe. And he said, well, I think I believe. And I go, and Danny says, too late, too late. So he's still opening up his gifts. And Jimmy is just getting so upset. And then finally, Danny got all done opening his gifts, and he said, I just feel bad that Jimmy didn't get anything. Do you believe now? And Jimmy says, I do believe now. And so then Danny says, well, maybe Jingles heard you. Maybe he snuck in the house while we were opening our gifts. And I said, Danny, that makes sense. I bet you that he did. I think that maybe he talked to the Easter Bunny, and he's hiding Jimmy's gifts. So maybe maybe Jingles came in while we were opening our gifts, and we didn't even hear him because we were so busy opening our gifts. And Danny says, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Let's go look and see. Let's go see if we can find out if Jimmy got anything. So then they went on this hunt through the house. And in our bathroom, in our shower, we always had the shower curtain because my bathtub was terrible looking. It was an awful, awful bathtub. I told you that before. I never gave my kids a bath in it. We always put a little baby tub inside the tub because it was awful. They eventually refurbished the tub, but it was like, it was bad. But anyway, so Danny pulls the thing back and he says, Jimmy, Jingles was here and he left your presents in the bathtub. And so then Jimmy runs in there and he says, oh my gosh, here's my presents. And then Danny says, aren't you glad you believe now? And he said, yes, I do. I'm glad I believe. And from that point on, it was always we believe in Santa. Because there is such a thing as Santa, you know what? And you still got to keep on believing. Don't ever not believe, because Santa is in your heart. And Santa comes to those who believe. He may not bring you a million gifts, but he brings you love every year. Santa brings you love. Hopefully, this will be not a year without exception, that you will get plenty of love. It'll be a different type of love from what you're used to experiencing in the last so many years, as far as hugging and kissing your relatives. But if you truly believe, Santa will come. I truly, truly believe that. So all I can do is wish you all a Merry, Merry Christmas. Enjoy the day. Enjoy tomorrow. I will be on tomorrow to do a quick video because we do have some birthdays tomorrow, and I would not want to miss their birthday. So I'm going to do a quick little birthday songs and a Merry Christmas message in the morning, and just wish you all a Merry, Merry Christmas. Thank you so much for all of your support and encouragement. Thank you for all of your gifts, your cards, keeping me in your thoughts and prayers, and just thank you for being there when I needed you. Thank you so much. Merry Christmas and stay safe.